Welcome to the Bitcoin.com weekly update. My name is Corbin Fraser. Today is Friday, November 6th, 2020. The US presidential elections are still taking place. They are counting votes and fighting like cats and dogs. And we want to take a quick look at which presidential candidates are more crypto-friendly or less crypto-friendly. And before that, we found a few crypto and Bitcoin news items that we thought we should share with you guys. One of my favorites from this week, John McAfee is pumping crypto from prison. So former US presidential candidate and antivirus software tycoon John McAfee is still in Spanish prison awaiting his extradition trial. McAfee denies lying on his tax returns, stating he has filed no returns for many years and has made no secret of it. He believes the SEC is more concerned with his very public criticism, calling them a festering pustule on the face of America, and comparing the IRS to Hitler's SS. Although charged by the SEC for pumping tokens, McAfee continues to pump his Ghost cryptocurrency. He confirmed from prison that Ghost is the only crypto project that he's currently involved with at the moment. And Americans are still waiting for that second relief package. So Americans are awaiting the second round of checks as the House and the Treasury negotiate a new stimulus package. Many suffer without knowing when they can expect the next checks, while Donald Trump made some bold promises claiming that he will have a tremendous stimulus package immediately after the election. So regardless of the election outcome, both parties have indicated that a second stimulus check is necessary sooner rather than later. And Bitcoin hodler Cynthia Lummis has been elected to the US Senate. So a Bitcoin hodler by the name of Cynthia Lummis, soon to be the first woman to represent Wyoming in the US Senate, bought Bitcoin back in 2013 because she believed in its potential to address market manipulation in the financial system. Lummis revealed during the Wyoming blockchain stampede that she became a Bitcoin hodler after learning about the cryptocurrency while serving in Congress. She says, "Now I am a hodler and I hodl because I like gold. I want to preserve the relative value of my labor over time." She added that she was struck by Bitcoin's decentralized public ledger and fixed supply. Cynthia, please stop saying hodl. If you're actually saying that in your quote, don't say it. Just use hold. You're a holder of Bitcoin. You don't need to use stupid Bitcoin memes. They just sound stupid when you speak out loud. It's kind of like saying lol, like LOL, like nobody says that. Just say hold. You just hold some Bitcoin. It's okay. It's okay to not use the hodl thing. It's stupid. It's my opinion, guys. Anyone who uses it, it's dumb. Let me know in the comments. What do you like? Do you like hodl? Is hodl cool? I don't know. It's not for me, guys. Okay, next up. U.S. Feds seize $1 billion from a wallet stolen from the Silk Road. So the U.S. government has filed a lawsuit seeking the forfeiture of Bitcoin currently worth over $1 billion that it seized on Tuesday, making this the largest Bitcoin seizure the DOJ has ever made. So the transaction caused speculation as to why the coins were suddenly moved from a dormant wallet, but the mystery was solved as it was discovered to be law enforcement. You guys may remember we talked a little bit about this previously. Funny enough, turns out it was all law enforcement. So an individual named X, whose identity is only known to the government, was in control of the stolen funds. So there you go. And our big story here. So Trump versus Biden. What does that mean for your crypto wallet? So America went to the polls earlier this week, and the world is still waiting for those election results. Regardless of the results, though, neither Donald Trump nor Joe Biden are really friends to Bitcoin or cryptocurrency for that matter, and each have plans that will affect the crypto community in different ways. So here's what we know so far. Donald Trump is implementing countermeasures against cryptocurrency. So Mr. Trump has rallied against cryptocurrency since he came into office. Earlier this year, he even proposed returning the U.S. Secret Service to the Treasury Department to increase the ability to monitor threats that cryptocurrency poses. Trump has increased funding for the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network by $127 million this year and tasked the agency with going after cryptocurrency service providers who run afoul from the government. Part of this mandate includes new regulations on crypto exchanges. For those of you who don't know, all U.S. exchanges are now required to verify the identities and report all transfers over $3,000. And they say that these regulations are to keep us safe from terrorists. But that's what we hear every time that they roll back our privacy rights. It's funny that Soon as there's something kind of competing a little bit with that U.S. dollar, it's terrorists and it's for your own safety. But okay, interesting. But let's take a look at Joe. How does Joe fare? Joe Biden, he plans to raise capital gains tax. So Joe Biden's tax plan will almost double the capital gains tax rate from 21% to just under 40%. Biden has said that his plan will only tax the rich, but it's still unclear who's considered rich under his plan. They've said that increased taxes will kick in at the $400,000 mark per year level, but have also said that it will only affect households earning over $1 million each year. So no one really knows who the tax hike will actually affect and whether inflation will be factored into those plans. The tax isn't specific to Bitcoin, but it will affect anyone that actually holds Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, including stocks, including any other assets that can be bought or sold for a profit. So although Trump has taken a hard stance against cryptocurrency, he's pledged to cut capital gains tax down to 15%, which may dissuade people from moving assets offshore. Whichever way it goes, both candidates are opposed to the financial freedom that cryptocurrency offers, so it'll be business as usual in the crypto community for the foreseeable future. I think it's kind of strange that that we're seeing all of these different kind of options with regards to candidates. I do find that this kind of conversation hasn't really been talked about too much. The aspect of which presidential candidate is better for your bags, if I can put it bluntly. I would argue at the moment, just based off the capital gains alone, Trump's probably better off for the average crypto trader. If you're buying and selling cryptocurrency in the U.S. and any of those sales back to fiat constitute capital gains, which ultimately get taxed at a higher rate by Joe Biden at 40% versus 15%. I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer that probably Trump is better for crypto. Now, that's not to say that he's not going to potentially, go after some cryptocurrency exchanges and people using cryptocurrency, but at least from a purely tax point, it seems like that's a better option. Let us know who you're voting for, or who you did vote for, or who you would have voted for in the comments below. We'd love to see that. I think we've seen just these past few days, the U.S. is in a bit of turmoil, you could say, and I think it's quite sad to see, our friends in the U.S. Dealing with some chaos, such as these weird election issues. For those of you who haven't been following, there is a whole, I guess you could say, fraud. There's kind of some fraud going on around the election. There's some pretty strange behavior going around with regards to these legal votes versus potentially illegal votes versus some votes just keep showing up around 4 a.m. and the numbers are so clearly in the nominee Joe Biden's favor that it does make you wonder, how are these statistically possible? There's some regions in the U.S. that are doing some really strange behavior with regards to poll watchers. There's some very strange behavior as well with dead people voting, with people being told they were voted and being told that actually their vote has been canceled now. There's a lot of really strange stuff regarding this whole election cycle. So despite that, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, the prices have been moving up. So the last few days, we've seen some decent gains in terms of Bitcoin and in terms of Ethereum, and even Bitcoin Cash is making some good positive gains. And I find it really interesting that despite all the turmoil in the U.S., we're still seeing a lot of people trading. We're still seeing people say, maybe there's a reason why I should maybe move a little bit more of my fiat into cryptocurrency. When you see the chaos surrounding government itself is just a mess. I mean, even when it works perfectly, it's still a little messy. And right now, this election cycle, it's a mess. So I wish all Americans the best of luck. Be safe. Look after yourself. Take this weekend to, rebalance your portfolio if you have a chance. Make sure you're not, getting behind any of these, or getting stuck between your money and intermediaries. I think especially as we see more censorship from big tech, as we see more censorship from the media, as we see more weird manipulative tactics that different parties are making to try to signal who's more of a winner based on some weird mail-in votes or based on anything else. It's all a bit chaotic, but use this time before things get weird as just a reminder to just rebalance your stuff, back up your keys, get your funds off of an exchange, put them into a non-custodial wallet where they're safe, and yeah, make sure you're looking after yourself, make sure you're looking after your neighbors, be safe out there, try not to get too caught up in in this mess of an election. It can be stressful, I'm sure. It's probably got to be much harder as an American to watch your country just chew each other out publicly and privately and online. So I wish you guys the best. Not much to say about that besides just, tell more people about Bitcoin. I think that taking money away from private banks and the governments who prop them up when they make some really sketchy and stupid mistakes is a good thing. Prices seem to be doing some nice things lately. That's good for everyone. And I guess we'll see what happens over the weekend and over the next few days with regards to the election results. Let us know what you guys think is going to happen. Is Donald Trump gonna pull out a W? Is Joe Biden gonna take over? Is Donald Trump gonna hold down the White House and lock himself in? Interesting times ahead, guys. Make sure you subscribe. We'll keep you up to date on all the latest crypto news, and including some of the chaos around any of these kind of world events that potentially impact your Bitcoin and your cryptocurrency holdings. We'll see you next week. Thanks.